Arsenal want Quansah, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're here to talk about in this pre-recorded video. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another pre-recorded video. We're here to talk about Quansah to Arsenal. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at DonHussam6. Check out our sponsor. That's where I got this flamingo vest. You get me? You can go get yourself stuff like this for as low as £15 or even less. 8% off using the code MHF. Add me on Snapchat if you use that as well. Now, let's just get into it. Quansah to Arsenal. Now, I know everyone loses their brain cells when it comes to talk about Arsenal, but, you know, we're going to attempt it now anyway. Arsenal showing an interest in Bayer Leverkusen defender Quansah, as Rob Dorset from Sky called. Leverkusen wish to keep. Liverpool's 70 million buyback option has expired. Ezri Quansah remains an option, but Aston Villa's 60 million plus valuation still an issue. Arsenal also appreciate Jacobo Ramon. And then we go to basically what obviously Ornstein reported. Arsenal interested in Quansah as consider options for the defense. Bayer Leverkusen do not want to sell, and Liverpool's 70 million buyback option expired, so no pressure. England International is open to Arsenal possibility if the situation evolves. Obviously this is also from Ornstein. Now, I know, like I said, everyone loses their brain cells when it comes to talking about Arsenal. No one can be objective anymore, but I'm going to be objective because that's how I built my channel. And look, Quansah is a player that I wanted at my own football club this summer. So why should I change my energy just because it's Arsenal? Why should I change the way I feel about Quansah because he's linked to Arsenal? All of a sudden, I'm supposed to come up here and pretend that he's this crap, rubbish player when he's not. I rate him. I was asked 3 months ago, what is your solution for Liverpool at centre-back? And people who are watching this right now will tell you, and they will vouch for me, that I said I would take Quansah back. I rate Quansah. I think he's a very good centre-back. He's obviously very good on the ball. He even played the right-back for England. So that's another position he can play. And, you know, the differences between him and Quansah is if you do buy Quansah, then basically the money that you're paying is also potential and future proofed money, because Quansah is a lot older than Quansah is, and Quansah is a player that, you know, obviously has a whole future ahead of him. He can go for the next 10 years without a problem. I think Quansah is very good on the ball as well, so he's very good playing out from the back. He's very good passing. He's a very good passer of the football as well. He's good in the air. He does have an error in him every now and then, you know, as we saw even at the World Cup where he got sent off. He does have an error in him. However, I think he's a versatile player. He's good in the air. He's very good on the ball. And there's a reason why I wanted him back at Liverpool. You know, when he replaced Konate, when he played for us, I thought he did a brilliant job. And, you know, obviously the season at Leverkusen he spent, you know, the minutes he played in Germany has obviously helped mature him and develop him to a certain level, you know, and he's a player I would have taken at my own club. So why should I say no just because he's linked to Arsenal now? That's not the type of person that I am. You know, obviously I rate him highly. Arsenal, if they sign Quansah, have the best defensive depth in the league. And Arsenal, if they don't sign Quansah, also have the best defensive depth in the league. I think some of these Arsenal bench centre-backs and their bench full-backs would start for many other clubs. Liverpool needs a centre-back. Mosquera starts for us. Hincapie starts for us. Ben White, like whoever it is, Saliba Gabriel, obviously, and the others, like they would literally start. Like if we need a centre back next to Van Dijk and we could play Mosquera, I think Mosquera would fit right next to Virgil van Dijk. No issue. I think Hincapie would fit next to him. All these players that people pretend are bad just because they play for Arsenal, I don't have that energy. I saw Mosquera's performance in the Champions League final. He was incredible in that game. So was Hincapie. You know, the centre backs that they had, obviously their role is not to take penalties anyway, you know, so as centre backs, they're incredible centre backs. I think Liverpool Football Club should have bought Quansah back. You know, obviously should have bought you should have activated the buyback clause or bought someone else, but we didn't do so. And now Arsenal are going to pounce. And, you know, Arsenal already have the best defensive depth in the league. Now you add a player like this, who's also, many people might not know this, he's also a Premier League champion. He's also a Premier League winner. And he knows what it's like to play for a big club because he played for us as well. So it's not like he's going to need time to adapt and time to get used to it and any of that. Nope, he's ready. He's ready now. He's ready to cook. He's ready to come in and make an impact right away. And I think that's a little bit of what Arsenal need as well, because Arsenal don't need players that are going to take time to bed in and time to get used to the league and all this. Like, they need players who can come in straight away. As I mentioned with Bruno Guimaraes, plug and play players Quansah provides that. I think it will be a very intelligent signing for Arsenal. Now, obviously, Leverkusen don't want to sell, as Ornstein mentions in his article. However, Liverpool didn't want to sell Diaz last summer. And other players as well that their clubs didn't want to sell end up getting sold, and obviously there is kind of like nothing that Leverkusen can do about it if Quansah pushes for the move, which I think is probably what's going to end up happening. But regardless, I think this would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal, and he would make a positive impact. And for me, look, Arsenal's defensive issues that people are making an issue, I don't even think it's an issue. Like, I've never looked at the Arsenal defense and went like, wow, they have an issue there. I think that the signing of Quansah probably makes sense. Maybe if Ben White is going to end up leaving or something like that, specifically as well, the fact that he could play right back too. But if Arsenal ever wanted someone to rest Saliba, if they ever wanted, someone who could play right back, they can bring him in and he can make a positive impact on the team. And I think people aren't ready because people aren't willing to have real conversations about Arsenal because everyone has like an error in their mind. Like, error 404. You guys know on the PC, like the error 404. Like, people can't think straight when it comes to Arsenal. Like, oh, Quansah's wanted by Arsenal. Let me pretend Quansah's crap all of a sudden. Suddenly, let's not all rate him. Let's all think he's garbage just because he's linked to Arsenal. I think Arsenal winning the league last season has put people at such a, like, how can I say this? Like, they've caused an error in their brain to the level where they can't just talk football normally anymore. They can't just talk like a normal human being when it comes to talking about football, because all they want to do is just go like, oh, Arteta's a bottle job. But he didn't bottle it. They won the league in the end. So you were complaining that they couldn't get it over the line. And guess what they did? They got it over the line. So you got nothing else to complain about. And this is the thing for me. I think Arsenal are headed in the correct direction. I think players like this will make Arsenal better, and they should continue to sign players like this. You look at what happened with them with Morgan Rogers and the forward line areas. I think the forward line obviously needs improvement. Even Arsenal fans themselves will tell you they need to improve on the forward line. Whether it be Gyökeres, whether it be Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, all these players should be upgraded on. Same with Madueke. The rest of the team is good. I think now they've got the best defensive depth in the league. Now that the Lewis Kelly, rumors were rubbished by many sources, it seems like, he's going to stay. That's the best pivot 10 combination in the whole league. Already, they've got the best center backs and the best full backs in the league. Keeper, always fit, always available. It doesn't matter if he doesn't start for Spain. Ederson started for Brazil ahead of Alisson, for a certain period of time. No one said Ederson's better than Alisson, because of that. Everyone knows who the better keeper is. But Unai Simon just makes more sense for the Spanish national team. I think the forward line is where they need a bit more improvement. However, Quansah will be a fantastic signing for Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to go back to back, and people just don't want to acknowledge it at this moment in time. Anyway, Quansah to Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Peace out, people.